move, nigga. It really took my ass 30 fucking minutes to find my fucking mic. I was about to quit YouTube. Hey, what's up, y'all? Shannon back in the cut. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a little different video. I really don't have any regular content. I just post whatever I want. So that's kind of a good thing about my channel. If you want a video, I will most likely do it. I'm open to anything. I'm going to kind of be like a chit chat podcast, opinions, video, drama tea. I don't really know what you want to call it. We're going to be discussing some interesting topics. So all over Beyonce's internet has been this guy. His name's like Jock Lee. Did I get that right? Basically, he's like a young Gen Z teacher. Is it Gen Z or is he a millennial? I think he's Gen Z because he's like in his early 20s, I believe. It's this teacher. I don't know if he teaches middle school or high school. It doesn't really matter. Specifics don't really matter, but he is a teacher. He is a TikToker online and makes content showing his students yada yada yada. Okay, there's the lore. Now recently, I would say in the past like 2 weeks, he had made a live stream because he really needed to get his hair did. So he had set an appointment, but he was at work and the appointment was going to be right after work. So he asked the students,
hey, did you guys want to unbraid my hair at the end of class?
He ended up getting like 5 or 6 girls, teenage girls, to unbraid his hair.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video. I was one of the ones being interviewed, so I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. And my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me. safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child will be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments.
These girls want to be hairstylists, braiders. Braiding someone's hair is like right up their alleyway. Mind you, they weren't all his students. There were other girls from other classes, and the students had passes to go to his class. And I'm pretty sure the other teachers knew because, hello, if you're a student, like any school you go to, the teacher's going to ask you, why are you going to another class? What's the reason? In order to write the pass. Or if the teacher is writing a pass for you to come to their class, they have to put down a reason on the pass. And obviously he must have put the reason. I mean, if he lied about it, that's a little fucking sketchy. Basically just live streaming as kids were unbraiding his hair. And this was like the end of class because he was assigning projects, like a science project and stuff like that. And they all finished. They all did really good, did pretty good presentations. So he was like, at the end of class, y'all can have a free time to go on your phones, play basketball, do whatever y'all want to do. He asked the students, his best friends, he claims, which is like, why are you best friends with little kids?
No ma'am. No ma'am.
You weirdo. That's not besides the point that I'm trying to make right now. And they all said yes. All the kids agreed to unbraid his hair. Like I said, he live streamed it and it was made public. A lot of people had mixed reviews. And when I tell you, this is pretty much a 50-50 argument. One side of the argument is saying that he's a predator. He is a weirdo. He's very inappropriate. He has no boundaries. Overall, a weird teacher. The other side is he's a nice teacher. He's building a safe environment for the students. He is making sure that he builds a bond and connections. I feel like as a teacher, it's important to not build a friendship, but build a mutual relationship with the students to make it sure that you're comfortable. As a teacher, you play nurse, you play therapist, you play mom, dad in certain situations because not every kid has a stable relationship at home. Now, I would like to double back. Yes, when I first heard about the situation, I did not go and look at his page. I just looked at the one video he posted and the comments that everyone else was making. And the disconnect is really crazy. For one, 80 to 90% of the videos on the internet that they're making about him did not watch the full fucking video. If you watch the full video, you would literally think people are fucking insane. They're dramatic as fuck. Like, this guy was not in the wrong. Like, he literally explained every single problem scenario that was going on. The parents knew about it. The faculty, the teachers knew about it. The principal, they were all aware of his account. Parents even follow his TikTok account. The students really think of him as a best friend. That is the case for a lot of teachers, especially young Gen Z teachers. Like, they can be good teachers, but they also can make good friends. Like, I wouldn't say I'm friends with some of my teachers because they are Gen Z, but like, I can have a conversation with them. Like, they're pretty funny. I could joke around with them. But am I gonna unbraid their hair? No. Nigga, you don't give me good enough grades for that. The gist of what everyone is saying is that he is just a weirdo. And at first, I really didn't think he was a weirdo. I'm like, you guys are fucking tripping. Like, and they were putting their own trauma onto this guy. I was on a TikTok debate and one lady, no, actually a couple ladies, like 3-4 of them, were all giving their own personal experiences about the weirdo teachers that they had in high school and middle school. They were like, yes, I had this gym teacher. He was super nice. Then he turned out to be raping all of the girls on the basketball team. And it's like, those are scary stories, but we do not know this teacher at all. From a can of paint, we don't. So it's weird to put him on this rapist, child predator pedestal. We don't even know him. We just saw a 60-second clip of him being a teacher and simply having these kids unbraid his hair. And a lot of people are talking about this
is child labor. These kids are getting paid.
What?
The kids volunteered. What do you mean child labor? They wanted to do it.
This isn't a cosmetology school. If they want to unbraid his hair or do his hair, they need to go to cosmetology school.
You're a dummy bitch. You guys, it was the end of class. They had already finished their projects and assignments, and they're basically saying, okay, these people are actual weirdos. They did a deep dive on the whole school, and they were basically saying, like,
the schools, their test scores are really bad. These students don't have good test scores. Overall, their grades are just trash.
Embarrassing.
First of all, you're chronically online if you know that piece of information. They do realize that that isn't the girls that were unbraiding their hair. We don't know that. That's just the school's statistic. That's like a multitude of classes. That's like what, 20, 30 plus classes of students all combined into one statistic. We don't know that it's the science teacher's fault that the students have bad test scores. And they're like,
school is a learning environment. They need to do their schoolwork.
They were like young adults, like 25 ranging from 40. I don't want to call them old heads because some of them are in their 20s, but no, some of them on there were old heads.
School is a learning environment. They should have been doing their schoolwork.
Well, I'm pretty sure if they had schoolwork, they would be doing it. He made sure that these students were done with their schoolwork before they even touched his head. The students that we're primarily talking about, the one that were touching his head, are already done with schoolwork, probably have good grades because he probably wouldn't have let them touch his head if they didn't. Let's use critical thinking, guys. Y'all are adults. When I had first gone into it, I had made a video, which I will post like right now. A lot of us need to get off the internet. I just saw a teacher and he had a hair appointment like directly after school, so he asked his students like, you know, can you take out my hair for me, only if you're done with your work. And they had finished their work prior, so a couple girls from his class and a couple girls from the other class came over and they all undid his hair. I think he might have live streamed it, but he posted it on social media and it caused like a lot of ruckus, and it got so bad to the point where they fucking fired him. Teachers don't get paid as it is. What the fuck? I just think it's so fucking sad because it's just like they're over here talking about, yeah, it's unprofessional and it's unethical, yeah, because he's a professional teacher, I guess. But it's just like, I'm seeing all these grown-ass adults talk about, oh my god, this would have never happened in my classroom back in my day. But you went to high school in the fucking 80s. What are you talking about? Bitch, it's 2024. And believe it or not, like the comfortability like situation between a teacher and a student has really, it started to escalate after COVID. Hear me out. Because before, I would totally agree with them. I'd be like, yeah, I was never close with my teacher like that, da-da-da. But it wasn't until after COVID, because mind you, when it was COVID, you could only have one teacher, and that one teacher was teaching you all the fucking subjects, or you just sat in one classroom and the teacher like switched out between classrooms, and you became really familiar with the teachers because you were only with a select few teachers, or just like in Zoom, you know. So like after COVID, after we all started having normal lives, we all started becoming more and more comfortable with teachers. And it's not the old, well, sometimes it is the old teachers, but it's primarily like young millennials and like Gen Z teachers that we are really comfortable with, because they literally act like our friends. Not even like our friends, but just like an older sibling type vibe. They give like cool hip uncle, until you get the whole idea like they're not there to be our friends. They're here to give us an education, here to teach us something, yada yada yada. Yeah, we get that, but they're there with us for the whole entire year. Yeah, I get it, we got to keep some sort of professionalism, but at some point they do start to be like, oh, I fuck with you. I fuck with you. Unless you're like an old ass lady, like there'll be like some bitter ass teachers. You find that teacher's Instagram, bitch, you're blocked next day. But no, I do believe this is sexist though. The only reason why y'all got that man fired and y'all said it was inappropriate was because he's a man. Black man at that. And if you think wrong, otherwise, if you think that like that's not true, that's not what happened, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. And a lot of people in my comment section were like, it's
still time to delete this. Like, this is a bad take.
And at first I didn't understand. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, this man was not in the wrong. Granted, I don't think he should post it on the internet. Everyone on social media takes things so negatively. They love to nitpick at every single good thing in life. Like, when I first saw it, I'm like, damn, good people really shouldn't show what's going on. There has really been a rise content creator teachers where they show what's going on in the classroom, or even if it's not in the classroom, they'll show what they're doing day to day at work, like on TikTok, YouTube too. And I mean, they have to. These teachers don't get paid enough at all. So if they need a little side hustle to make some money, they're gonna do that side hustle. I don't knock them for that. And a lot of people need to understand that when you first enroll to a school, they give you these media release forms, permission of whether or not you want to show your child on like the school social media website or newspapers that they might have during the school. Or like he said prior, these parents already follow the teacher on his social media account. So the fact that people were saying, well,
He shouldn't have recorded these students at all.
yeah, he really shouldn't because they're minors. Like, what minor is not on social media? Come on, guys. Like, that argument just doesn't work. But then again, I am a minor, so I guess, like, I don't know. Once I went into the debate, one guy, his name started with an M. I'll just put him, like, right here. He was, like, in his 20s, was talking about it.
About how he was weird, letting those kids paint his nails.
First of all, these kids want to be nail techs. They want to be hairstylists. So for them to practice their skills on the teacher and him letting them do that is really nice. It's filming all of this, okay? If it was behind closed doors, in a private setting where it was just the teacher and the student, that would be weird. But also, we wouldn't fucking know about it. Another thing he brought up was,
yeah, but he was making weird videos about the kids.
I'll get to those videos in a second. He's like, did
you know about that?
I'm like, no, I didn't know about that because I thought we were going based off the fucking video. One thing I know about TikTok debaters, they did a whole ass deep dive on this man. I just looked at the one video of what he was explaining and what was going on because I thought that's what we were talking about. And it turns out this man's a fucking weirdo. So before the video he had posted that had gone super viral, he used to make other content. Now, some content would be him teaching his students in class. TikToks would be out of his own comedic enjoyment. I wouldn't find it funny just because I'm a young Gen Z girl, but I'm pretty sure older Gen Z men would probably find it funny, but I didn't really find it funny. I found it just weird. He had posted not one, but two very interesting TikToks. Now, the one I do have proof of, I'll show up right now. The TikTok of a young high school girl talking about how she likes emo boys and she's showing off her body. Anybody can see it because she's in a high school bathroom. It's very obvious. The overall content just screams young teenage girl. That's basically it. His clip goes in and him trying to play as an emo boy, saying that I want to be your type. I want to be with you. Could be because he wanted her because of her body, but she's in a high school bathroom. If you're a teacher, like that's just like, is it unethical? I want to say it's unethical. It's unprofessional. It makes you look weird. Another TikTok that he had posted was giving his students dating advice. One, you're a science teacher. What the fuck? No way he's giving middle school students dating advice. He was giving dating advice to girls about what a man would want. Because it was targeted towards the girls. Men would like this, men would like that. It had nothing to do with the guys that are in his class or the boys that are in his class. It wouldn't be a big deal if he gave dating advice for both men and girls. He made it universal. Be kind, be confident, express who you are, don't change for anybody. You know, basic dating advice for a young person. He was basically saying, oh, men would enjoy this, men would enjoy that. If you want to get a man, you need to do this, because it's targeted towards girls. And it just rubbed everybody the wrong way. None of these would have been a big deal, but he deleted it off his page.
Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Yes, the man deleted all the stuff off his page.
Really, motherfucker?
It rubs everybody the wrong way because it's like, if you have nothing to hide and that the parents and the school faculty sees the content that you post and they know the type of content that you post, why are you deleting your videos? Weirdo, and it makes you look in the wrong. This is when I really started to look at him differently. Before I had sold these videos, I had sold another video which is like, oh my gosh.
It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much.
This video was posted like a day ago where it's a video of him mic'd up and he's reading emails from his students that were basically saying, we love you, we miss you, we can't wait for you to come back. But he's crying on Beyonce's internet. That man is crying. Now, some people who really are his day ones and stick beside this man are gonna be like, now look what y'all done. Y'all made this man cry. He just loved his job and y'all took that away from him. On the other side, on the other spectrum, people are gonna look at this man fucking crazy. Because I was on his side, but my gosh, either super fucking cringy or you're a narcissist. And I think he's a narcissist. Because when you're going to the internet and you're crying and you're looking for sympathy points, you're reading the emails of the students that miss you. He's a science teacher. First of all, he's a teacher in general. So that means he knows how to speak. He knows what public speaking is. He uses specific vocabulary to attract a certain audience. He refers to the students not as his students, but as his best friends, as his homie. You don't say that. There's like a certain, and now I'm starting to understand what these older people are talking about, boundaries. There are certain boundaries you need to meet as a teacher. Like, the students can be your friends, but to go to the internet and address them as your homie and as your best friends, you can't have a relationship with the students outside of school. That's literally in the teacher's code of conduct. I'm pretty sure that is. Like, don't quote me on that. I'm not a teacher, guys. Just like certain things that you do outside of school can be deemed inappropriate, especially on social media. Yeah, you are in a professional setting and they are getting their work done and you are doing what you need to do as a teacher and teaching. This is a 14, 15-year-old girl and you're a 23-year-old teacher. Is he 23? You're in your early mid-20s teacher, okay? Regardless or not, she's underage. You're of age. You're of drinking age. That's weird. And so he's going on the internet and he's using this certain language, trying to make it seem like these are just my friends. But it's like, it makes you look even weirder. If we can hold Drake accountable for saying that,
oh, Millie Bobby Brown is just my friend. We were just texting.
You a weirdo.
I'm pretty sure we can do the same to you. And in my video, I had mentioned nobody would do this if it was any other woman, and I stand corrected, because tell me why there's another woman on TikTok getting her hair braided by other students. It's a double standard. I don't want to hear it when it comes to when people try to argue with the people that say this is a complete double standard, because if it was a female teacher having a relationship with her students, y'all wouldn't say anything. Because that is the reality. You go on to TikTok and you see these female teachers having a relationship with their students, some not always showing their students, but there is a relationship, and y'all don't bat an eye, y'all don't say anything. But when it's a man, especially a black man, having a relationship with his students, y'all are quick to put him on the pedestal and make him a predator. And I was in that TikTok debate and everyone was like, we're not trying to make him a predator, but you're taking his story and you're taking your own trauma of when you actually encountered a predator at your school and you're putting it together. Therefore, you are trying to make him a predator. This situation went berserk. Celebrities like Cardi B, a multitude of influencers and YouTubers were just putting their 2 cents on this situation, and people came for Cardi B, like, because I'm pretty sure she agreed with him and she was trying to defend him, and people got on Cardi's ass because I'm pretty sure Cardi only looked at that one video. The information that I found out is because I had to do a multitude of research. I had to do a Twitter deep dive, just to find out this piece of information. He deleted a lot of his content because I think he knew this was going to be big. Now, in conclusion, do I think he's a weirdo? If you asked me this yesterday, I would say no. I would think he was an innocent black man who was wrongfully judged. I would have the most sympathy for this man. But if you ask me now, hell no. 110% hell
No.
He's a weirdo. And he can probably find this video and try and debunk all the videos that he made, but the videos speak for itself. He made his bed. He's got a lie in it. Do I think he should have been fired? Again, ask me yesterday, I would have said, hell no. Y'all ruined this man's career. Today, he should not be teaching. He needs his teaching license or degree revoked. Snatch that bitch.
Day after day.
Yeah, overall, the situation is crazy. You really can't trust a lot of these teachers on social media because every time a really popular teacher influencer gets up on TikTok or YouTube, they get exposed for some crazy ass shit. But I digress. I really hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna try and post it tonight because this controversy is still hot. This is gonna be the last time I'm speaking on it. This is like the first time I've ever changed my mind on a controversial matter. Usually I stand 10 toes down, but after this damning evidence that I found out, I'm like, yeah, I need to share this to y'all and make my peace and lie in it. Because usually I don't double back for nothing. But this made me double back. I'm just like, damn. I really got gags. I'll probably do more of these videos just because I like a long form ranting. I do TikTok, but like, man, TikTok is so oversaturated with people like me. It's rough out there. I'm just sticking with YouTube just because I love my little community. Y'all love to hear me talk. I love to hear you guys talk in the comments. I'm always talking with y'all. But that's pretty much it. Get this video to like maybe 20 likes. Yeah, 20 likes if y'all want another video like this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.